Hi there, so I made a radio frequency skin tightening video a few months ago. It's been hugely popular and I've had loads of questions. So I wanted to make another clip just to answer some of your questions and give you some of the tips that I found after using this for around a year. So this is a machine, again, which I bought. And one of the first questions I've got from you guys is, where do I buy this from? Well, I bought this on Amazon. But the thing is, from what I can see, this is a generic machine where different manufacturers just stamp their logo in the corner. So this is from a company called Carer, but if you go to Amazon, I know that there are loads of different brands selling this generic machine. So if you look at the settings, like on the Amazon page, it has like the output and the power supply and it's got all the settings. They're all the same. Another question I've had is about facial fat loss. So the machine, as well as making the collagen contract in your face and your neck, which is why I bought it, it can also get rid of the fat under the skin. Now, I didn't buy this machine for fat loss, so I haven't been using it on any other part of my body, so I can't tell you whether it works. So I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. The other question people are asking me is this making your face, is it kind of killing the fat in your face? And I would actually say it's not, because when I lose too much fat in my face, it gets all kind of hollow here. I've been using this for a year and I wouldn't really say it's making my face thin, because I know a lot of you guys are worried about that. So I have a question from Sleeping Labradors who says, you've had this for a long time now, are you still using it and what's your opinion? Yep, I've been using this for, like I say, for about a year, and honestly it's, when I stopped for a couple of months and then I think, oh, I might just try it again, I'm amazed. It really does make my jaw jump up and it makes your skin contract. It really is a great machine. Question from Latoya MC, who says, which direction should the wand be used? I.e. for a facelift, should you go corner of the mouth to the eye? To be honest with you, when I had this done in a salon, they just run the wand over your face, heating your skin. They just go in circular motions, round and round and round. So don't worry too much about which direction you're going. You're just heating the skin, that's all. Next question is from Fernando Rodriguez, and he says, does this machine get to 60 degrees? It doesn't get to 60 degrees because even if you go to a salon and have this done professionally, they only go to 40, or in the UK anyway, they only go up to 40 degrees. That's for health and safety because it would burn your face. Question from Gabriela Utz, do you start with the highest temperature? Because I've been using it for so long, yeah, I would start on a number 5 and I would just start using it. When I'm using it around my eyes and my mouth, which is more sensitive, I'd go down to a number 3. Question from Paula Medeiros, can this be used on the abdomen and eye area? Yes, you can use it on the abdomen. I haven't, so I can't tell you how effective it is. The eye area, yes, but you can't put it over your eye. You can't put it over your eyeball, that would be really bad. But what I do is use the smaller head, and then I would just go up to, if you feel your eye socket, the bone here, I go up to there. And because you can be more precise with this, you can literally go, and I lift my eyebrow up like this, and I go up like this. So you're literally going up to the bone, but not onto your actual eyeball. Next question is, can this be used with pure aloe? And I've got two. I've got one aloe body gel, and I've got another one which is another pure form of aloe. And the interesting thing is, the idea is that you're trying to heat your skin. You're trying to increase the temperature so the collagen contracts. These aloe products are aimed to cool your skin. So it's like when you've got sunburn, you put aloe on your skin. So I'm asking myself, is this hindering the procedure? Is this making it slower? Because definitely with this one, when I use this, I find that it's taking longer to heat my skin and that the effects aren't so good. So you can use aloe if you want, especially if you've got sensitive skin. But I don't know, I mean, I've gone back to what I was originally using to start with, which is Anagel. This is just like £1 on Amazon. So now I just want to give you some of the tips that I found after using this for a year. So first of all, if you're a guy and you're using this, if you shave, you need to wait a little bit. So for example, if I use this now, it's fine, I shaved this morning. If you shave and use it straight away, it's going to be too sensitive, way too sensitive, you can't do it. After you've used this, your face is all red and probably quite sensitive and hot, so I just splash cold water on my face for about 3 minutes. I dry my face, then I just leave it, and then before I go to bed I put some moisturiser on it. But I wouldn't advise putting creams on your face straight away because your face could react. In the last video I didn't really mention the neck, but this actually works just as well on your neck as your face. So now it takes a bit longer to do your face and your neck, but now I go all around here like this, just in up and down motions, obviously under my chin here, and I go right to the back of my neck as well, because some guys have lines from the sun that go across the back of the neck. This really helps with that. Other tip I've got is that when you turn this on, just leave it to heat up for a few minutes, because when you initially use it, it's cold. It doesn't heat up, so just leave it for a few minutes. The theory is that you heat your skin to 40 degrees and you maintain that for 20 minutes. But how do you know? So I bought one of these thermometers on Amazon. Now this is what beauty salons use. If you have this treatment, they're basically measuring the temperature of your skin throughout the procedure. So this was just £4.99, and all you do, you turn it on and you point it at something. So if I point it at the wall, it tells me that the surface temperature of the wall is 18.5. If I point it at my skin, it says my skin is 32.7. So I'd want that to go to 40 degrees, and then I'd need to maintain that for 20 minutes, and then I know that this is going to have an effect. Also my neck as well, yeah, don't forget your neck. So this is like very inexpensive, it's what the professionals use, so you may as well buy it, you know. So this machine doesn't actually come with any instructions. It came with like a little booklet that was all in Chinese, which is not much use to me. So I think, you know, I just want to explain some basics to you, and I think it's going to be really helpful. So you turn the machine on the back here, once it's all plugged in, and when it's actually on and it's starting to heat, it's flashing. So you got the on-off button here, so it kind of pauses it. See how these aren't flashing? So this is cold, so it has to be flashing to be in use. I didn't realise that, and it wasn't explained, so that's one of the things. So these are the 5 intensities here, and you can go up or down. So like I say, I normally start with 5 because I've been using this for quite a long time, but if this is your first time, probably start on a 2, and then you can build your way up. So I'm just going to show you how I use this after a year, you know, the quickest way to do this. So I just start off with my neck. So I just put this all over my neck. So this is on setting number 5. So what I do is start here. You need to remember where you start. That's another thing, so you don't go over the same area, and so you kind of have a system. So I start on the right hand side of my neck, I move around the front, do the left hand and side of my neck and the back, then I start on the face, and I divide my face into quarters as well, so I kind of remember. So I'm just going up and down, there's no particular direction because you're just trying to heat the collagen, that's all. So you just need to maintain the contact of the wand with your skin to get that heat effect. And you should see some redness as you're starting to use this. It shouldn't be, your skin should not just stay exactly the same, because that means it's not working. And if you do have this done professionally, that's one of the things they'll be looking for as to know whether this has been effective or whether the heat is high enough. So if there isn't some redness, then you know, you need to turn the heat up, make it higher. Whatever gel you're using, it does dry up really quickly. You have to keep reapplying it. Do you know another tip that I would give you that I think will be helpful is that I have one hand which I use to hold the wand. The other hand is is the one I use to apply the gel, and then you don't get messy, because when this hand has got gel on it and it's sticky and you're trying to hold it and it's slipping out of your fingers. So just keep one hand for the gel and one hand for holding the device. So remember, you have to maintain the heat. It's not just about heating your skin and then moving to the next area. You have to maintain the heat. So if I get this thermometer now and do it here, it's 34.8. I think it was 32 just a minute ago, so it's gone up 2 degrees. 2 degrees is not enough, and if you look at this, it's slightly red, but normally my skin is much redder at the end of it, so I need to keep going. So if I slow down like this, but not too slow. If you go too slow, you'll burn yourself. But if you find that it's not getting warm, just slow down the speed. Can you see and the thing is, it's almost burning me. It's almost at the point where it's burning me, but it's not. So it's kind of being more effective. So that's another really good tip. I'll just turn around so you can see. And the biggest thing is, don't go over the same area twice. So don't go like this and then up and then down in the same area, because you will be screaming in pain. It will burn you. And I go down to this area here as well, like where your neck meets your shoulder, because you can sometimes get little lines there and wrinkles. So for me, this is really effective on my neck. And I would definitely advise you to, if you bought this, you may as well do this on your neck as well. Like I said, so I'll just check the temperature again. 35 degrees. So it's slowly going up. So one of the ways that I can visually check that this is working is under here. So the most obvious way for me is seeing that this double chin bit has disappeared. So my jaw, it kind of gets stronger and sharper. And before there was slightly, it wasn't so sharp. I mean, if you look at this side, which I haven't done yet, there's kind of this bit under here, and this side, it's sharper. Okay, so I've been doing this for 41 minutes now, and you can see that there's a redness in my face, which is a good thing because it means it's working. So if your face is not even slightly red, then I would say, you know, you need to turn the heat up. So what I'm going to do now is change the bigger head for the smaller one, because I'm going to go around my eyes. So as I said, this is a more precise way to heat the skin around your eyes without going over the eyeball. Okay, so just take the wand, I kind of lift my eyebrows up and then I go under there. Remember, you're just going as far as the bone, and same with under the eye, you want to stay on the bone. And this is great because it's so precise, it's almost like using a pen. Since I've had the thermometer, I've got to 38, but I haven't got to 40, so I don't think this is as powerful as a salon machine. Well, I know it's not as powerful as a salon machine, but it's still having an effect. Maybe you're saying there's no lines on my chin, or I don't care whether there's collagen on my chin. Well, the reason why you need to do your chin and every single bit of your face is that if this contracts, it's going to pull this up. Yeah? If this contracts, it's going to pull this up. You've got to think of it as a whole. Everything is going to lift. So now I look like a tomato. I'm going to leave you, so thanks for watching. If you've got any more questions, please put them below, and have a good day.